That's not me up there, it's them.
It's just my,
How's she doing?
Randy Miller Rose, Fred Flintstone. This is my Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Everybody into it? All right, 7 o'clock, ready? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for a sick and the deaf be pardoned. And our Lord there for
Pat,
Hello,
How are you?
well, thank you.
We're-
Visitors already?
Well, we're not, it's not open to the public.
That's why we got Zoom.
Well, the last I listened to the Zoom, I couldn't hear anything. Because you have no microphone. So I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
I'll tell you, that would have been nice to know before tonight.
Well, I assumed that you were just coming down here, and I didn't think that there was gonna be, that you guys could all be here, but the public couldn't.
That's right. We're protecting the interest of the safety of ourselves and the people.
Well,
around us.
against, you're here, but the public can't be? Doesn't make sense. I personally think it should be entirely on Zoom. I think it is a much better method, it is a great system, and I really think you ought to have your meetings on Zoom. It is, you can hear everybody, I think everybody can hear you.
Did we
It's
hear-
it's
did we hear
wonderful.
Anybody that didn't hear us last
Well, Joe, did you hear?
I was trying to get out of facts and I heard it fine.
Then why were you having a problem hearing? Because I watched it, I couldn't, you couldn't hear it. Either way, either way, you know, if you're going to allow have a public meeting, we should either be able to attend in person or on Zoom, whatever options you're giving yourselves, you need to give us.
time? It's the protection of the community too.
I completely agree with the protection of the
We can't
community.
control how many people show up here and the space that we have here. It's in the interest of protecting the people. So I'll ask you kindly.
And I will generously head back out of here, okay? Not a problem, I wasn't trying to create a confrontation, I was, you know, so I would appreciate it when I get onto Zoom. Well, actually, I don't have anything else to say. You know, it's sort of off. So enjoy, have a great meeting, and I look forward to possibly better microphones and better Zooms. Catch you guys later.
Thank you. Do we have any more comments from the public?
We didn't do roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had someone walking. Let me do a roll call here. Okay, let's start with a roll call.
Mr. Henderson,
Here.
Mr. Petroselli, Mr. Gallarducci,
Here.
Mr. Colosimo,
Here.
Mr. Verducci.
Here.
Ms. Snyder. Mr. Shashovsky.
Here.
Mayor Copeland. Here. Solicitor McDermott.
Here.
Engineer Brett. Chief King. Chief Castain.
Here.
Then Mr. Miller.
Here.
Okay, I'd like to open it up to the comments from the floor. Do we have any visitors that wish to speak?
Well, let me unmute everyone.
Do we have any visitors that wish to speak? No visitors wish to speak. Going once? Going twice?
So they're actually.
I've unmuted them, Joe. They keep muting
Muting
them.
themselves.
Yep. See, that's why I went through each one.
There's one trying to connect the line.
That's,
Okay, we'll move on with the regular meeting. I need a motion to approve the September 14th, 2020 regular meeting minutes as submitted.
second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to approve the October 2020 bill list.
I'll move.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to approve the October 16th, 23rd, 30th, and November 6th, 2020 payrolls.
So moved.
Nick second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 1015, an ordinance of the Borough of Bridgeville adopting minimum construction standards for the repair, improvement, and construction of public infrastructure within the borough.
I'll move.
Second.
Joe, all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 1016, an ordinance of the Borough of Bridgeville electing to amend its non-uniform pension plan administered by the Pennsylvania Municipal Retirement System pursuant to Article 4 of the Pennsylvania Municipal Retirement Law, agreeing to be bound by all provisions of the Pennsylvania Retirement Law as amended and as applicable to member municipalities.
So moved.
Nick and Nito, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 1017, an ordinance of the Borough of Bridgeville authorizing the incurring of non-electoral debt by the issuance of a general obligation note in the principal amount of $1,700,000, counting to pay and pledging unlimited taxing power for the payment of the note, fixing the form, interest rate, maturity, redemption, and other provisions for the payment thereof, authorizing a filing of required documents with the Department of Community and Economic Development, ratifying and directing certain actions of officers, and making certain other comments as provisions in respect of the note. Moved by Nino, second.
Second.
Second by BJ, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sorry, I make note that Joe Parisi is abstaining. Any opposition? Motion passes. Need a motion to adopt resolution number 2020-16, a resolution of the Borough of Bridgeville authorizing execution of a cable franchise agreement between the Borough and Verizon Pennsylvania LLC.
Second.
And Joe Colosimo, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to approve executing a service agreement with Noble Environmental for the 2021 electronic and household hazardous waste recycling collection event.
So moved.
Second.
Bruce and BJ, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to accept the lowest responsible bid received and award contract in the amount of $117,800 to JetJack for the backwater valve contract phase 3.
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion. What was the number? $117,800 to JetJack. And Bruce made the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Joe second, and all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to accept the lowest responsible bid received and award contract in the amount of $89,860 to JetJack Incorporated as read, pending certification by the borough engineer for the borough for Flower Hill Road stormwater improvements project. Subject to recertification. Want me to reread it?
No, it's fine.
This,
Mr. President, it already has been certified.
Oh, okay.
It's a work that's already constructed.
did I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
BJ, a second,
I'll second.
and then all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to accept the lowest responsible bid received and award contract in the amount of $106,811 with Rex Enterprises as read, pending certification by the borough engineer for the Janeway Stream Bank stabilization project.
So moved.
Second.
BJ and Nick, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to accept the lowest responsible bid received and award contract in the amount of $273,500 to LM&R Excavating LLC as read, pending certification by the borough engineer for the McLaughlin Run Park Flood Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Need a motion to schedule and authorize advertisement of the 2021 budget meeting for Monday, November 2nd, 2020 at 6 p.m.
I'll move. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to ratify the appointment of the law firm Dinsmore and Scholl as special bond legal counsel.
I so move.
Wait, 1 second.
It's for the loan, for the.
Okay, I figured.
For
Right. Okay, I mean.
Sean Garrett.
Yes, I understand.
Second.
Second, BJ. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I have a question.
Question.
Just to verify, I mean, I have nothing to do obviously with them. Should I abstain for this vote as well? I don't want this to cost you, would be consistent with your prior stuff, so I'll abstain.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. I need a motion to authorize the disbursement of $20,974 from the capital project fund Stefanix Next Generation Construction Company for payment number 1, final of the Commercial Street Culvert Head Wall Repair Project.
So. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to authorize the disbursement of $6,913.76 from the sewer fund to advance plumbing and drainage for final payments on both the 2016 and 2017 CCTV inspection and clean projects.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
After the fact, that's a question. Any idea why it took so long?
I can't answer. These are retained since that. It says spillover from the last.
We pass that motion. Motion authorizes disbursement of $8,487.64 to Jet Jack Incorporated for payment applications 2 and 3, final for the 2018 CCTV inspection project. Nito,
Second.
and Joe, for the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to authorize the disbursement of $3,397.23 from the capital project fund for Boring Construction Corporation for payment application 2, final for the Maple Street retaining wall project. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Need a motion to authorize the purchase and erection of a LED display message board at the Borough Building from North American Display, installed by Wholesale Digital Signs, with masonry work completed by Lloyd & Sons at a total project cost of $37,235.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Bill, I have a question. Is this for the common presence for the brick? Finally,
That, yeah, we got a picture of the
I got
project.
that today. I didn't know.
Yeah. So we went with the brick and, okay, so we passed that motion, correct? Yes. Need a motion to authorize executing a confidentiality agreement and authorization with the Southwest Allegheny Tax Collection District, appointing the borough manager as the authorized contact person for the borough.
I so move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to approve the following real estate tax refund due to a change in the assessment as requested by the real estate tax collector. Copy of the official changeover has been attached to the request. This is for year 2020, from block 255-A-295, the amount of $3,981.25 to Bridgeville Savings and Loan.
So moved. Second. I have a question.
Go ahead.
I assume that their assessment was lower, and this is just for any property. Does the school district handle the discussions, or if they're gonna go to the appeal process? County or?
I can speak to that term, and I can look at the result of it. But this is by and large a result of an appeal that's filed by the school district or the bank, probably.
Well, I assume by the bank, they're getting a refund.
Well, that just means they prevailed on appeal, and it may be likely that they instigated this appeal, and it went through an appeal, and then it's conciliation or result, normally conciliation. We try them broadly, but we don't get involved in them because we want to spend, you know, money on appeals, unless it states that, yeah, but if this was a change as a result of disposition of appeal, then it means either with the county, school district, and before the board, either conciliated and settled at the usually agreeable level, or somebody was paid.
So we really wouldn't know if the school board or the school district went and tried to.
But they certainly would have, yeah, the school district solicitor, basically.
To be honest, the only real reason why I'm asking is to get $39,000 or almost $4,000 as a refund. It's a pretty significant change in the assessment, I would assume. And it's the borough tax. It isn't, right, it isn't the school district tax. So $4,000 from the borough tax is a pretty significant drop. So property must go significantly. So I'm questioning, did anybody, for example, the school district, review that?
I'm sure it was reviewed, and I'll look out next week information. Thank you. And it's all dependent upon the original value. Right.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
We can pass that motion.
You didn't do all of it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to accept and pay any commission due September 2020 real estate tax collector report.
I'll move.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Need a motion to acknowledge receipt of the September 2020 treasury report.
I'll move. I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to accept September 2020 police report.
Second.
BJ, all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to approve the disbursement of $74,730.90 for partial payment number one, and approving change order number one, in the amount of $1,776 to install 8-foot guide rail posts along the roaded portion of Spring Bay, the ski ready site development and paving. Yes, and second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Okay, we're gonna move on to committee reports. Administration.
I really have nothing to report this one, Bill.
Okay. Finance, Joe Bruce.
Thanks, Bill. First of all, I want to thank Joe Carr. He's been doing a great job getting our finance committee informed, as well as helping us through understanding the budget. He has given us some analysis over the last few months, and sure enough, we got one through September 30th. Some of the notes that he prepared for us: the general fund revenue is 93.21% of the year. Compared to last year, this same time, it was at 90.61%. So the revenue coming in is up. The real estate collections slightly compared to last year, 95% for this budget, and last year it was 93. So some great things there. Some areas that we expected as we were going through this pandemic, of areas that were expected to be down, was, of course, the business privilege tax, the mercantile tax, and fines, for obvious reasons. Due to, unfortunately, businesses weren't open and limited capacity. Earned income tax is ahead of budget by 5% as last year, and we're expecting that to be at budget or even a little bit above. So therefore, the good part is that layoffs didn't affect our town as much. So that's wonderful to hear. Obviously, there were still some out there, so we hope that things get better for our residents. As far as expenditures, they are down this year. We ended at just shy of 64% of our budget, whereas last year we were at 72%. So really good there. This also helped that we got that county CARES aid of $125,000. We'd only be ahead $12,000 if it wasn't for that. So that really helped us. So it was great that we were approved for that grant. The garbage fund is performing as budgeted, so nothing really notable there. And the sewer fund revenue is down by 7% compared to last year, but the expenditures seem to be about the same. So we're doing well. So in a nutshell, we're doing really well. So it's great to see that we haven't run into too many cash flow issues. We do, as one of our motions was, we are going to have a open to the public meeting. Can I assume that this same type of format?
Is it later, is it November?
November 2nd.
So, public would have to advertise prior to it anyway. So, I would say let's plan it for this format unless something were to change for that. Okay.
I need to know this week, we're gonna change the venue.
Should we have a discussion on it right now?
That's why I was just bringing it up. Yeah, it's up to you guys.
It's kind of-
What would the venue option be?
Now, granted, it's a budget meeting.
It's just a discussion meeting of, Joe's gonna talk about some of the highlights and things that he has concern over, or some positive things, or some suggestions. It's for us to be able to talk all together about the budget. So it needs to be a public meeting.
I misunderstood. I thought it was the planning commission.
No, we're talking about the budget.
Yeah, let's have it the same format.
Same one. Okay, thank you. So that is November 2nd. And I also will be having a finance committee meeting, the 21st, 20th.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, the 20th, at 11 o'clock between the finance committee and our borough manager. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation, Joe Gillespie.
I don't have too much. I took a ride down the block one today, and I noticed that they have some stonework. So basically, the asphalt paving. Like you were saying, last one, they run the concrete to the floor. I noticed there's a couple of forms still up, so they have to do a curve, I guess. So it looks like they might be on hold waiting for the mowing in the ball field. And that trail, I'm assuming that's going to be.
Let me interrupt you.
Yeah, we just lost the cast. So
Okay.
the meeting didn't go.
So go ahead and continue, Joe. Thanks.
I guess, like we discussed last month, they're waiting to get the ball field lowered, hopefully, the idea that might happen.
Kevin probably.
That's all I really have on parks. Something from the COG. Nina will probably be able to notice, it's for Frank Ziegler. Stowe Thompson passed away. He was on the clock for years and years, and he ran the golf tournament down there. Everybody went from, just been very passed away. And, that's all I have to say.
Sorry to hear about that. Public Works Building, Nito.
Thank you, sir. Pretty lengthy, program over here, but a couple of things that could be interest to people who are, community. This, the street to street from West completed every Wednesday and finished for the season on September the 30th. So you don't have to use a letter anymore to let the people know about this thing, so somehow they'll get that. The leaf collection started Monday, October 12th. It will run through the first week of December. Leaves are to be swept into the piles of the 3rd, as usual. If you don't do that, or we can pick it up. Please do not place any other yard waste, such as a stick or debris or leaf in a pile. And the rest is grass cutting and sanitary sewer and et cetera, et cetera. This is important for the public to know. And I give you all the people got the same report tonight. The new truck will be delivered this month. And it's in the mechanic shop for details and whatever. Other than that, it's all normal routine that's done in the mechanic part. Only one thing I must definitely say that Bobby Court, they're doing a heck of a good job for the few people there. They're doing a wonderful job. Those things are very important that I read in the first couple of lines for the people, for the community, to know when they're going to pick up and when they're going to quit. How we're going to do it, maybe in a garbage bill, I don't know, somehow.
Do it.
So yeah, that is gonna be in this month's garbage bill, the one-page newsletter with the updates, so that will go out this month. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's- Okay, and everything else is normal routine here. And big compliment to the public work. Under Joe Coward, I tell you, public work is a different body. And I certainly appreciate it, Joe.
I'd like to say one thing. Chartiers Park, when we come into the fall, we get a little shabby. They worked their butt off. My wife and I occasionally will walk the trail there, and they did a great job. So thank you.
Anything else?
That's all.
Thank you. Public safety.
I don't have any report, sir.
Thank you. Mayor, Betty,
Thanks to Councilman Nick Giselsky and the rail yard, the Bridgeville Police Department and the mayor will be at the rail yard's parking lot on October 31st, from 5 to 7, to hand out treats for the children in the community. And I want to thank the Public Works Department also for getting in touch with the Gaming Commission to come and collect the dead deer from the backyard of the Weasleys on Love Street.
Thank you. Please choose to come up here. Solicit.
Here's my written report, I'm not using in addition to that. Other than, we are, check it on the presentation.
Borough Engineer Kevin Brett.
Yes, good evening. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we, as you had on the agenda tonight, there was a number of the projects awarded for bid. We will expedite the park project. There is grant funding involved with each one of those projects. So we have to get the contract awards out, and it takes about 10 days to get them back. The county has to give authorization for notice to proceed, and then those projects will get started. We will schedule the pre-construction meeting as early as possible so that they can begin lowering the field as the big item, so the other project can get completed. The good news on those bid awards was you were collectively about 50,000 under what the estimates were, so they come in on budget. The one was slightly over, but that was one with Jane Street, and it was joined with the actual field lowering, so that entire grant ended up being under about 50,000. So that was a good thing. Update on the road program. They should be in sometime over the next week. They're in South Fayette, milling and paving right now, so they will move in to mill. It'll take about 3 to 4 days for that work to be completed. We did get together with the street committee and reviewed the long-term plan, and we sent a draft over for budgeting for that. Other updates, we did include in this month's report a couple photographs of work that was completed by Stefanik, the concrete poured down in the stream on the abutment, and the manhole, they did get the collar poured around it. They are waiting, it's back ordered item for the frame and grate or frame and lid to come in for that manhole that's down in the stream. And we did have a Zoom call also with Joe to discuss the next round of grant funding that's possible through GROW, and we provided him some information for budget purposes, and there will be a meeting in either October or November to discuss the potential for getting a GROW grant. Elkasan's provided some pretty good input on how we should package that, so hopefully you will be eligible for that next round of funding. Any questions on the report?
No, I think we're good, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fire Chief Raymond Costello.
I'm gonna go ahead and report. All right. For the month of September, we had a total of 19 calls, 1 building fire, 15 less crews 2 times, motor vehicle accident, 1 call, and numerous other calls. Just want to let folks know it's coming time of the year. They turn the charges on meters. Just be safe with them, any signs or, that you see it at your house, so feel free to call us and come check it out for you guys. Be safe. We also have a fundraiser going out right now. There's Slate Full Cash. The chance to win money. See any volunteer firefighters or any tickets you have. Other than we'll be at Trunk or Treat with the railroad Nick. We'll also be patrolling neighborhoods as we always do with our trucks. So we'll have 1 truck or somebody down there for a Trunk or Treat, and we'll be passing out video gold to
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Call volume for EMS is down still. We haven't hit the benchmark that we were at before COVID hit. I did submit a report earlier to you all. COVID is still out there, so everybody be careful because we are transporting patients that are ending up COVID positive. If you haven't noticed in your mail, hopefully the residents have noticed that our donation drive has gone out, and I apologize to the fire department if that kind of went out at the same time theirs did. This is our fall drive. We typically use this for capital projects where we'll target a heart monitor or piece of equipment that we'd like to purchase. Unfortunately, with everything going on this year, we're going to be using those funds strictly for operations and paying the bills this time. So we would appreciate any support that the community could give us when it comes to the donation drive. One good thing that's been going on out there is we were able to get a really good grant writer. She's done a phenomenal job for us, and she was able to get a very rare AFG grant, which was opened up for PPE in regard to the COVID response, and she was able to get us a $16,000 AFG grant for PAPRs. So we were lucky enough to get these from the Draeger company, which are helmets that have an incorporated pure air respirator system. So if you see our guys walking around in these helmets and face shields, basically is their protection for the COVID situation. They do provide a filtered air to the face, and will not require them to wear a N95 or eye protection anymore. It's all incorporated in the helmet and part of the air system that they will be wearing as a backpack or on a belt pack. So we thank Jordan for doing such a phenomenal job, because that helps us, especially because the supply chain on PPE, the N95s and gowns and everything is still broken. We're having a tough time finding anybody that has an open supply chain. We were just advised by our vendor the other day that our glove supply would be limited to 12 boxes a month, when truly we probably use 24 to 30 a month. So we're going to have to try and find some other source to supplement those. So it's an interesting time out there, and but that's about it for EMS. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Stay safe, bud. Anybody from the Historical Society?
Yes.
Get something?
John, up on the table are copies of the note cards that the Historical Society is selling. The colored ones for $7, and we were hoping that you support this because we weren't able to have our normal fundraisers. So President Wise hopes that you will purchase those. Also, the last Tuesday of this month, the Historical Society program will be the Salem Witch Trials. Todd DiMastino will be the person who's speaking on that subject. And the Historical Society will also be taking part in the trunk and treat at the rail yards parking lot. And President Wise would also like to thank all who purchased raffle tickets for the baskets that were also at the rail yard and were selected on September 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody from the library present? Okay, Ben. Pardon me?
I've asked him to
Okay. Ben, are you appear to be muted on our screen if you're speaking about the library? Nothing? I will move on and we'll come back on track. Parking authority. Anybody from parking authority? No? He installed the needs. He can't use them, so. Yeah, I did that. Okay, planning commission representative. Let's get Mike out there. Anybody else, Mike?
I don't think so. I didn't see Dale or anybody.
Got anything for us?
We had a real quick meeting this past month, or September, I'm sorry. Next month we'll have we'll have a pretty extensive meeting going over what we're going to be presenting to council as far as getting ready for for budget submittal. As you know, we've been doing that all year, and it's kind of coming to a head next month to what we would like to see put in the budget for planning. So The last month I said,
Thank you.
meeting, it was a pretty quick meeting.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm gonna have to joke out.
Maybe just tailoring along with what Mr. Fuller was saying, this month's planning commission meeting, I would encourage everyone to attend. It's on Zoom, but the engineer will be presenting his long-term flood solution plan that encompasses waste mitigation flooding along Lockwood Creek. So it's rather imperative that everyone participates, and it's kind of exciting that we're going to be kicking these capital projects to the planning commission, trying to get some public input into the process. So just make sure we're at 7:30 on October 26th. As Mr. Reducci was saying, the 2021 budget is underway, which is pretty much majority of the way completed. My goal is to have the draft budget to the finance committee by the end of this week, so that we can have discussions at next week's finance committee. So I want to give it to you guys so you can at least review it over the weekend. The borough's health insurance policy is renewed. Good news, they actually went down 0.5% for next year, so that's an increase. Nice to see. The decrease, granted it's small, but anything even minor of an increase, I was happy to see. So that was cool. Quarterly update, we're trying to get back into the routine of having a newsletter. At last meeting, we talked about doing an annual newsletter, but we're also doing an in-house mini newsletter that's included with every garbage bill. It's kind of like a short coffee talk, something that you can read real quick over breakfast and at least know what's going on in town. So it's printed, it's going out next week with garbage bills. Code enforcement's been pretty proactive, part of my job. We're passing along to town about 30 some notices for issues in town. A lot of them being debated. I've had issued 2 citations this past month, but overall, everyone's been very cordial and addressing issues. Great. So that's all I had. If there's any questions, I'd be more than happy.
Any questions for Joe? Thanks, Joe. We go back to the Ben at the library, see if he had any. I don't know if I can hear me or not. It's not there. It's not there? Okay. Okay, anything under old business?
How do people hear us? I'd like to know while we on, yes, the record.
Yeah. Can you folks hear us on the Zoom? Be interested in getting your feedback? Yeah, get away. Pat de Blasio, can you hear us? Yeah.
I think he's called in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, you can hear us well?
Yeah.
Mike Comer?
I think they can do themselves.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
All I got was the word feedback.
What's that?
That's Pat. Pat, what did you say?
I said all I heard was the word feedback. You seem to be wanting public comment, but I can't understand what you're asking for comment on.
We wanted to know if you could hear us. Can you hear us?
I can hear that.
Okay, all right, thank you, appreciate that. Anything else under old business? How about new business, anything under new business?
Chairman, I definitely want to talk about the meetings. I know you made a very clear answer for the protection of everybody. Yes, that's important. But I believe very strongly that if we make an arrangement with the fire to where an open meeting like we used to, over there, that is not the preparation, let the firewall know. I believe that we actually could separate ourselves into 10, 15 people maybe to come. That's my suggestion. I think we should start to do that because this could go, who knows, maybe not a year, maybe not a month, not a two, just something to ensure and think about it. As I said, there's a plenty of room over there. We have a weddings. We can have a public, a really public meeting. Something to think that we don't have to withdraw. Or else, just to go straight to Zoom, I think we're very successful to just do the Zoom as we were doing, one or the other. This works good for us. It's no problem, I have no complaint. But for the public, it just, I think it's enough, in my opinion. And to make other things, since we have lanes that we can exercise this public meeting, get together to try to find. That's my opinion. I won't be mad one way or the other. I mean, we should consider that, at least the holiday coming up and, I don't know, something to think about.
I will say, I think everybody's frustrated.
Of course it is.
And
We are.
that it would be our desire to have a public meeting. I don't think anybody wants to have what we're having, but I think we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to the community and the public that are attending these to be safe. And I hear you, and, you know, we'll have discussion and maybe determination what to do moving forward. But I don't think these decisions to hold these meetings these last few months were not, there was no intention to withhold any information from the public. I think we've been very upfront in using this format to allow people who actually normally wouldn't attend the meeting to attend the Zoom. So it's an interesting time, and I think we're all trying to navigate through it the best we can. Something like this. Appreciate your comment. Anything else on the new business?
Yeah, I'd like to thank and welcome everybody in the community to the rail yard in conjunction with the Bridgeville Volunteer Fire Department, Police Department, Historical Society. Trunk or treat on October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. If you're interested in joining, please email the rail yard or Facebook the rail yard for the limited spots, parking spots. We're trying to do social distancing. The rail yard providing gloves so people can hand out candy safely and require everybody to wear a mask. And please spread the word to your local community, your neighbors, let them know that we'll be down there from 5 to 7 before trick or treating starts at 6. So if you want to come down and get some king size candy bars, be waiting for it. There's not.
Anything else under new business? No, with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn. So move. Second. All in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, I bought 90 king size candy bars.
See y'all.
If I remember the water, that's not getting out. I heard that today, but that's.